So the Witcher 3 Next Gen update added 2 new quests into The Witcher 3 that I'll be walking you through in today's video. I'll be showing you how to start the quest and every possible choice and ending, including how to get the best possible ending and worst. Everything is timestamped below if you want to skip ahead, but why bother doing this quest at all? Well, after finishing both of these quests, you'll unlock the craftable Forgotten Wolven Armor Set and swords. The same armor and weapons that Henry Cavill wears in Season 1 of the Witcher Netflix series. And then on the second quest, you'll unlock the Master Crafted version and Grandmaster version of the armor set and swords, which is the armor set worn in Season 2 of the Witcher Netflix series. And the story that CDPR has come up with really works with adding it to the Witcher universe without breaking any of the lore. It's incredibly well done. But this new armor set turns you into a glass cannon, maximizing your damage but at the cost of survivability. It's one of the best Witcher armor sets in the entire game now, so here's how you start the quest and get it for yourself. Please take a moment to like the video if you find it helpful. So assuming you're starting from a new game, you're going to start the game here in Kaer Morhen. And then you're going to go south down to White Orchard, where you'll complete the Beast of White Orchard. Once you're done with that quest, you'll end up here in the Royal Palace in Vizima. And then you would have finished the prologue and you'll end up here in Valen in No Man's Land. And that's where you can actually start this quest as soon as you get there. And this is all part of the main quest, so you really can't miss anything up to this point where you end up in Valen. But it does have a recommended level requirement of level 15. Now once you actually get to Valen, this is Valen's world map. As you can see, it's absolutely humongous, but right in the center of the map just here is where you'll spawn at the Hanged Man's Tree. And you can come back here at any time to start the quest, even on your second playthrough. It's located just here on the map. So from the Hangman's Tree, you'll see directly to the right, there's a big fort just over here. You're going to want to put a custom marker right outside the entrance to that fort. Right there is where you'll find this NPC who will let you start the quest. So here we are at the Hangman's Tree, which is where you'll first arrive when you come to Valen. And we're going to head directly south down this road. Right in the distance there you can see Crow's Perch popping in. And we're going to head towards this village just to the south here. We want to follow this road ahead and we're going to go left and ignore the village and go directly past it. Just carry on following all the pathways to the left here. And there's actually a merchant on the left as well who you can go and bargain with just over there, but we currently don't need to sell him anything, so we're going to ride past him as well. And here you can see the walls of the actual fort itself. And just over there in the distance is the gentleman who's going to give us this quest. A priest, in fact.
What to do? And what of survivors? Eternal fire, guide me. I implore you. Sign. Any sign. Illumine the dark that seeks to consume us. You wait! Step back! I'm no warrior. Help! Anyone help?
Easy now. Not in the habit of murdering priests in need.
No priest. I'm a deacon. Just 2 months out of seminary. On my first mission. It wouldn't be right to kill a deacon on his first mission. Oh my, your eyes. Yellow and those pupils. I've read about this. You're a witcher.
Well, clearly no feral cat or grass snake, so...
In point of fact, a grass snake's pupils are circular, not slitted. But never mind that. Please help me. If they breach the gate, a pestilence will be upon us.
Well, the gate's wide open, so that can't be good. Priest asking a mutant for help, though, especially of the sacred fire. Usually they hate mutants.
Desperate times call for a witcher, huh? Thought your church frowned upon our kind. Mutants.
A mistake common in our ranks, alas. I discussed it at length with my mentor. All are capable of doing good in this world. Genetic aberrations or not.
You sure you're a priest of the eternal fire?
Indeed. What happened?
All right. But got a question first, priest. How's a witcher fight a plague?
I misspoke. Not the plague. its source. The Devil's Pit, this mine, has long been used as a place to sequester the hopelessly sick. An isolated haven for the afflicted.
A den to die in. Believe those are the words you're looking for.
I'm not proud to admit it, but how else is the Scarlet Fog to be withstood? An incurable pestilence that spreads with the fury of wildfire?
You condemn these people to a horrible death. Had no choice, that's clear. I don't know, we're gonna guilt trip him about this, I think.
Sorry, no comparison. Not about to sympathize. Getting tossed in a hole, left to slowly rot and suffer? Now there's a fate I can pity.
You would leave the plague-stricken to infect their kin, neighbours? They die all the same and take others with them. The Church seeks to protect the unafflicted.
What's done is done. Now where do I fit in?
Deep within the mine lies a salt cavern haunted. Someone, that is something, lurks there, so ancient records show. A spirit that breeds pestilence and whispers in the dark. Alas, a band of deserters has seized the pit. They butchered the afflicted. I was sent to urge their departure. Should they force open the mine's gate, descend into its depths?
We'll have more than just Catriona to stop. Let me guess. Your warning. Deserters didn't take it to heart?
If only. They slew my retinue. I alone escaped. Please, you must help. I've coin to offer. They must be dealt with. The bandits and this vile spirit.
Spirit, eh? Tell me more about the spirit.
Could be this calls for a witcher, but I'll need more to go on. This spirit, been in the mine long? Anyone actually seen it?
I've seen but some of the records. Above my station, you see. As I recall, it appeared long past, after the first plague victims were brought here. The church attempted once to exorcise the ghost, but, well, I'd like to see for myself what came of it.
Not exactly generous with details, were they?
No. Our wards recently reported hearing whispers in the night. Pleas for mercy, but ghostly, strange. Altogether frightening. I'm afraid that's all I know.
Sounds like some kind of monster that can possess people, perhaps feeding off these victims who are hopelessly ill. Let's discuss my reward.
Stakes are high, can't deny it. Hope we can agree on a fair reward.
So long as you see what I have now as fair.
On that note, let's maximize the amount of money you'll give me. 260.
A reasonable request, but not one I can afford, alas.
Oh, okay, so he's not very annoyed about that. How about 262? No, that's not going to go anywhere. Okay, 249.
A reasonable request, but not one I can afford, alas.
Do you have any money? 248.
A reasonable request, but not one I can afford, alas.
So you literally just don't have enough money to give me. Okay, let's go to 234.
Very well, agreed. I'll need to take some from my own purse, but I believe you're worth it.
Every penny, every penny. I will help you.
So be it. I'll help. And you wait for me here, coin in hand.
Of course. Under the circumstances, I can't imagine how it might be better spent. Ah, the key. It unlocks the gate to the mine. Eternal fire guide you, Witcher.
Yeah, knock yourself out, Eternal Fire. Farewell.
Don't need your silly fire. I'm a witcher. So, the Eternal Fire's shadow. On another note, I don't think Geralt's actually done any voice acting since 2015 or 2016. So, I'm pretty impressed at the quality. Like, I almost couldn't tell any difference. I'd say his sort of grumbling comes more from the throat than the gut. But really, a terrific performance considering how long it's been. My goodness. Okay, so these are the killed retinue.
Priest escort. Cuts and punctures. Swords at work.
Indeed.
Deserters.
Some dead deserters there as well. And this must be the entrance to the mine.
Don't let up!
Hello there, kind stranger. Ooh, no thank you. Get wrecked, son. Now these deserters are only level 10.
As it should have!
So they're clearly going to be easier than whatever spirit is within here. Ha!
Never learn.
Oh god. Die. Oh my god. What savage butchery. They have heavy maces. Ooh, some beer. Ooh, a master item. Might as well take that and sell it. Is that a pig? It's actual pigs. Die! God, I actually feel bad for killing that one, but the pork is worth it. Let's go and check out the area upstairs before we progress, because there's actually a little... Oh, there's a guy having a wee. Let's go and run him down.
Blow yourself!
Come at me. Don't hide. Don't be shy. Come on then, deserter. Ha! Die! Not played this game in ages, but the combat is very enjoyable. And it looks like there's another entrance to the mine here, but it's locked. Interesting. Don't know actually what's inside there. I think the main entrance to the mine is actually down the bottom there. Let's drop down till below. Hello there, sailor.
Go for the whore's son's eyes!
Oh, cannot block that power attack. Oh my god, he staggered me. Couldn't move. It's lucky our armor's so ridiculous on this character. He really takes no damage whatsoever. But I'm sure the enemies we'll find in the mine are more powerful. We're actually going to want that old sheepskin because we need it to craft later. And the iron ore is also going to come in handy too. It's actually a pretty handy place just to loot up, to be honest. Let's also get some water ticking over just to activate our health regeneration. And then we'll go back down the stairs towards the bottom here. See what we can find. Some more loot. Ah, some more deserters perhaps. It's actually a chest. Whoa, okay. There's some decent stuff in here, including some diagrams and some armor. There's another one at the back with some old bear hide too. Very helpful. So we're at the bottom of the mine now, and it looks like it's pretty much being completely cleared out by these bandits. There are a few burnt bodies here. I have no idea what happened to these guys. So let's continue onwards. Looks like there's some dead things here as well. And this is the entrance to the mine itself, and I can hear actual monsters in there. Don't know what they are though. Let's head on in with the key we got given. Eternal Fire's Shadow. Looks pretty dark inside. There's some more loot down here. Potentially some ore as well, which obviously I want. Just alchemical powder though. So we can either go straight down the path, or there's another little section up here, which might give us some more information about what's been going on down here, because it looks like an old library. Some priest's notes. Oh, Reinalds notes. Interesting. Dear O, I hope this message finds you well. Beware the beings that lurk the mine. Took them for plague spirits of some type at first, but they behaved all too human. Just stupefied in some strange way. A novel ghoul species, perhaps? Wraiths? A manifestation of concentrated suffering? Whatever the case, they haven't tried to hurt me much. Still, I advise caution. Watch for the one pierced by nails. They seem especially dangerous. Was forced to kill one when it attacked. I assumed it was a ghoul, but its viscera were fully and undeniably human. That said, most of the organs were badly damaged. Symptoms of a blood fever. Couldn't understand how it was still alive, to be honest. I suspect it must have some form of possession, something that twisted his form, and then, for reasons unknown, departed. I gathered samples our mentors ought to see. Have I discovered a new species? Curious to hear your thoughts. Reinalds. I don't know who O is. Oh, P.S. I put Master Algar's hypothesis to the test on some of them. He was right. Scattered salt, no effect. Only a complete enclosure seems to hold them in place. But but it must be complete. Pure salt, no gaps, for it to work properly. So he clearly was some kind of witcher, because he's using salt to trap these creatures. He knows about the bestiary. He's talking about them being wraiths potentially. Very interesting. And there's some loot down here with some more hide. A seashell, very nice. And now I guess we can just head deeper into this mine. See what we find. That wall looks like there could be an illusion behind it. I don't think there is though. Actually there might be, because there's a leaf on the map. Alright, let's continue on through this door. Seems to be a note attached to it as well. If you're reading this, it means you found the message I stowed near Novigrad as agreed. Probably wondering to yourself who it was, right? You'll be happy to know you were. I'll only acknowledge it this once. So go on, savor the moment. But I digress. Although the contract seemed easy enough, I should have waited for your arrival. How many times have we made that mistake, eh? I think I've contracted something, fallen ill somehow, and yes, I know that's impossible, but I have no other way to explain my fever. I lapsed in memory. Here's hoping I have a uniquely weak constitution for a witcher. So he is a witcher, though it is impossible he got ill because he should be immune to any diseases with all the mutagens pumping through his blood. So that doesn't make sense unless he's like possessed or something. Here's hoping I have a uniquely weak constitution for a witcher, because if not, I find the alternative explanation far more concerning. But if somehow the worst were to happen, I'm prepared some notes for you. I marked each location with our insignia. You can't miss them. I love this about CDPR, is that if you do read the notes, they'll give you extra information about the quest that will actually help you in killing whatever's down here. Or you can just skip past them all and you'll probably end up in a more difficult fight. For now, I'll experiment with a potion similar to Petri's Pilter, though I lack Caladine. With any luck, I'll find some grasses surrounding the Devil's Pit. That, or I'll have to substitute sawwort mushrooms. If all goes well, you won't even read this. If all goes poorly, but it won't, I'll store the recipe and ingredients for you. Again, just in case, because you never know if you read this. Reinalds.
A note.
Yes.
Potion recipe. Brewed with celandine.
Celandine. That's how you pronounce it.
Should look for the places mentioned.
Very dyslexic.
Please, help me.
Hello? Oh, nope.
Sounds sincere enough. Can't be too sure though. Could be a trap.
So who was that? The spirit of Reinalds? Dude, no. Those torches lighting their own themselves.
Medallions humming. Better investigate.
So this is the first Witcher sign.
Wolf School insignia. Old. Very old.
Does it even look like that anymore? It's the old version. So who's in the same Witcher school as us? Oh, one sec. Use Witcher sense.
Long dry. Hemorrhaging fever of some sort.
Right. Hemorrhaging fever, okay. We could blow these crates up.
Not that way. Won't find me there.
This is where the Witcher sign was, though. So maybe there's something important. There's some ash.
Dark energy emanating from these bones. Spectres doing?
Okay, so something is killing them and leaving a dark energy behind on the bones. I wonder how that would happen.
You're wasting time.
Sounds like it's coming from behind me, isn't it? Whoa, okay.
That's it. Down there.
I'm a bit concerned that we're going the right way that the spirit tells us to.
Corridor to the right. Yes, that's where you'll find me.
Okay, if this is Reinalds' spirit, and there's a lot of salt in this mine, he wants us to help him, but there's another way to the left here, and I'm like,
One of the beings Reinalds mentioned.
oh crap, there's actually tons of Witcher footprints on the floor.
Another hint. Someone guiding me.
So it can't be Reinalds, because the Witcher's saying go the opposite way to the spirit. Greater Glyph of Yard. That's pretty powerful. Okay, we see that. What's that over there? Just some more ashes. Okay, let's go through the way the game...
Stop, not that way!
Okay, so the spirit's angry that we're going the wrong way. What the hell is that? It looks like it's punishing itself. Ooh, look, there's another one up there. Can we get out there? Oh, I can't. Maybe. Try a sprint and a jump. Oh, we can actually just climb it. Okay, great. I'm sure I saw someone up here, but there's nothing here. There is a chest, though, with diagram of assault gauntlets, manuscript page of golden oricum. Oriole? Is that how you say it? Well, one sec, actually. Now I've dropped down there. This looks like it's been... Okay, no, that doesn't do anything. Okay, what's this then? There's something purple. Third letter from Reinalds. Had to sit for a spell. The priest won't open the gate and my strength is fading. My body feels like it's on fire. I have no memory of the past hour, day. I'm trapped in this darkness, haunted by foolish thoughts, with no way to distract myself. Remember when we learned to hunt ghouls? The folk in that village believed necrophages to be the dead arisen, animated by foul magics. Ha! Wanted to ask you what would happen if I fail here, but suddenly I've forgotten your name. Osma, was it? Osmund? Amund? Ah! So that's why he keeps on saying O. He knows it begins with an O, so it must be Osmund is our name. Osmund, yes, gods, it's so clear now. But for a moment then, nothing, a gaping hole in my memory. Not an inkling of who you are. Starting to think I will never leave this place. Oh dear.
Interesting.
Ooh, this is definitely breakable.
Bones, dried blood, and mucus. Victims of the Scarlet Fog. Gotta be.
Why are they all buried behind a brick wall though? There's so many of them, my god.
Walls are scarred. Human fingernails. The sick want it out, badly.
Jeez. Okay, and we can come down here. There's actually another wall that's breakable. It's just some overgrown roots though. Well, there are some bodies in the back, so clearly they've just been trapping people and bricking them up and just leaving them there for dead. Oh, there's another Witcher sign, so we're going the right way.
Witchers came here. School of the Wolf.
So I assume there's more dead bodies behind all these brick walls, and that kind of explains why they're there. Like fresh bricks in a cave. Starts to make sense now. Oh, what is that? Is that real then? What the hell?
Got a bad feeling about this. Who are you?
Was it just an imagination? Like a weird spirit that disintegrated into maggots.
More blood.
So where's this blood coming from? Those spirits that we saw? Because there was another one here that we saw, but now as you can see it's this glowing skeleton. All these skeletons are glowing with chaotic energy. So clearly some creature has done something to them, if it is a creature. It could be the priests. Okay, this looks like a boss room, doesn't it?
Free me, I beg you.
Whoa, that freaked me out. That voice is saying free me, so it's trapped somewhere. Is it one of these like people that's been trapped, I wonder? I miss the sense of discovery of The Witcher, like doing a quest for the first time. Oh, there's a secret chest here. Fishing rod, yay! Can we actually get up there? There's clearly a way across there. It was almost like the game was telling me to look there. Everyone's burnt, like to a crisp though. I don't understand why. Let's climb up here. There's another note. Oh, it's a greater glyph of Yarden. Again, we have a second one.
Was Reinald a witcher?
I mean, come on, you've read the letters. We already know that he was. Almost certainly. Okay, so we can jump across here. I love parkour in this game. Not. Oh, one sec. This is his laboratory. This is definitely a witcher's lab. Forgotten Priest's Testament. From the moment I first learned our martyrs, I dreamt one day I would become one. I thought nothing is more beautiful than making the ultimate sacrifice in the name of your faith. I know now I was wrong. Woefully, naively wrong. For in this moment I would gladly forfeit my life, sanctity, for a single cup of water, so I might help that poor boy curled up against the wall, suffering and misery none should ever endure. I can die here knowing that I departed of my own free will, by caring for the afflicted. I know that I too would eventually succumb to the scarlet fog, yet I did not know my brothers would inflict such suffering to those under our care. So it was definitely their church that did this. Father Edgar tortured leaders of the rebellion and decided to close the mine. I asked in turn, who then would care for the weak? They will die regardless, all, the smug sobbed. I resolved to stay, to help ease the suffering of their final days however I could. Father Edgar locked them in all the same, and me with them. I now find myself under my own care. I hear the wails and whimpers, witness their desperate attempts at escape, but I've no strength left. My only hope of deliverance now is to pray for a quick death, for I know it will not be merciful. Should anyone ever read my account of these atrocities, I humbly ask you to share them with the world. In my waning hours, I wish for nothing more. God, that was a really dark, satanic thing they're doing down here, really. And there's loads of notes of things he was keeping an eye on down here, as well as some loot, various tools that they were using, perhaps. Ah, okay, so there's a little bit of white there, which indicates we can run and jump across there. But before we do, steel plates, that's going to be useful for crafting the armor set. Silver ore as well, very good for a silver sword, one might say. Nothing else of interest here though, specifically. So here we go, we got to run and jump. And we made it, great. Using the Witcher sense again, there's another burnt body. And some more cages up here. More bodies too. Phosphorus. Were they setting fire to themselves? This is a salt mine, isn't it? There's two ways. There's a fork in the path here. Let's explore to the left. It looks like an old cathedral exit that's fallen down, and there's a note. Fourth letter from Reginald. Osmund. Something inside me. No signs of leaving. Can hardly write. Won't let me. Going to die here. All alone. If you don't find me. So I'm starting to think that whatever's inside Reinald has possessed him, and that is why this possessed Reinald version, or spirit version of Reinald, is trying to lead us into some kind of trap, which we might have to walk in.
Death, turn back!
Okay, so he doesn't want us to be where we are right now, that's for sure. There's a little secret area in there with a chair. Don't know if we can get up there. We probably can. Oh! Is this the boss fight?
Something's not right. Medallion seething. That stench. Damn it. What are you, filth?
They look possessed, like they're attacking me against my own will.
You're wasting time. You're here to find me.
Ow! Oh god. Ow! Get out of here. I will screw you up, my friend. Come on then. Hash! Let's drink some water.
Damn it.
Oh, well, I tried to block that and it just didn't pan out well for me. Before he gets that power attack in, let's finish him off. Beautiful. Get wrecked, son. God, the animations of death are insane in this game. Small blackjack. Okay, they've all got this like wooden stick or axes as a weapon. Okay, there's something else up here as well, and another witcher sign that's suggesting I go this way.
Dead end.
We should be able to get inside there though somehow. Can we just climb up here? No, it's just bars. And then I can see actually another bit of white up there on the left. And then I wanted to check this area out as well, because this is the red chair we saw, look.
Someone was tortured here.
Who was tortured there? Note from Father Edgar. Oh god, this is one of the higher-ups that the other priest of the Red Flame was talking about. The matter is settled. As promised, riots will no longer be a concern. But next time, do reconsider before lecturing me on the church's ethics. If we had not exalted punishment on those uprising leaders, the ungrateful wretches would already have us hanged. But after murdering us, they would undoubtedly carry the rot to every surrounding village, blanketing Valen in the scarlet fog. Remember, in the face of great sin, committing a lesser may prove the choice most moral. Well, I guess it does make sense and they didn't have a choice, but it just seems so extreme. Before we leave, draft up a tidy missive, only to be sure to admit any remarks concerning the nail remedy. Mention of torture puts the prior in a melancholic humour, from which he is a chore to lift. Father Edgar.
Folk were tortured to death in this chair, then brought back to life somehow. Must have been them I fought.
So this is the hammer and the nails around here used to create those tortured souls that were then reanimated by something, maybe possessing them as well, or feeding off them. I mean, they look like they're being possessed. They're kind of like hitting their heads if you were paying close attention to the animations. Okay, so we're kind of done in this room. There's just some pig hide and things around here. Some different materials that we could craft the mentioned potion using. Now let's drop down here. And it looks like we can actually run up here and jump. Here we go. Yeah, oh, no! Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Had to hold down B, seemed to help. Oh, there's a platter. And some more beer. Different stouts. There's a way out there, but if we go through this door, it is breakable. We get on the other side of this prison. It looks like there was a big rock fall within. And there is a note and a letter. And a box even. Dear O, the Horsens, they locked me in. First they asked for aid and then without hesitation penned me in like a rabid mutt at first sign of trouble. They wouldn't even hear my report. Thought me a spectre trying to deceive them. Screw that. The cult and their common goods. How can I help the common good if I can't get the herbs I need? Speaking of, solvent mushrooms won't do the trick. I already checked. Turns out the worst case scenario was true. I'm not sick after all, I'm possessed. The spectre has fully fused into my body. So we were right. Not even Quen has any effect on it. If only I had the right ingredients, I could brew myself a pilfer, intensify my signs and expel the filth with a combination of Yarden and Ard. But as I said, they won't let me in. Guess you'll be reading these letters after all. I'll be waiting deep in the caverns. Make the potion, but do not come near me until you drink it. And don't substitute any ingredients or the red miasma will possess you too. Strange miasma. What is that? How do I know it? Miasmal, dwarven spirit, caladine, not solvent mushrooms, contents of the chest. So the dwarven spirit, which we have loads of all over this dungeon, and caladine is what we need.
Dwarven spirit, celandine, contents of chest. Must mean this chest. Got some celandine on me. Good thing. Other ingredients seem in decent condition. Reinalds' own recipe looks like. Worth a try. All the signs scream Plague Maiden, but the symptoms... more likely a red miasmal. Yeah. Need to prepare.
Stop, not that way!
So he doesn't want us to be there, the spirit, which is clearly Reinald possessed. So let's go to alchemy, and under quest it says Reinald's Philther. Increase sign intensity and accelerates stamina regeneration. I am tempted to do this quest by crafting this potion and also without, and just see if it makes a difference or not. So let's go ahead and craft a few. Oh, we only need one. Okay, so we've just got to drink it before the fight, which is inevitably coming. So this new enemy has been added into our bestiary. This is very cool. They're vulnerable against Reinald's potion. It's often said the darkest recesses of caves play home to the continent's most fearsome monsters, against which there is little hope of victory or escape. The lone solution then is to seal them off from the world with the hope that they shall forever remain buried. A certain priest of the eternal fire, however, learned that hope and prayer is sometimes not enough. The cavernous mine within the Devil's Pit holds a spectre whose very existence is believed to breed pestilence. With the threat of its release now imminent, the cleric seeks a new solution, the aid of a witcher. The being that hunted the Devil's Pit turned out to be the Red Mismal, whereas a Plague Maiden is thought to be a damned spirit, once human, but now cursed to spread the pestilence. A Miasmal, by contrast, is considered an evil force born with the concentrated collective suffering of plague victims. It has the ability to possess human bodies, thus granting it corporeal form and the means to wreak havoc. This process, however, irrefutably corrupts and damages the host, causing the Miasmal to continuously seek out stronger, more durable bodies. What a cruel irony then, that a witcher's immunity makes the monster slayer a perfect shell for the spectre to invade and control, because yeah, a witcher can't be killed by possession or any of this. Fortunately, a red miasmal's power is not so absolute that it cannot be defeated by an experienced witcher, though even then only with considerable effort. The spectre, once weakened, can be trapped with the Yarden sign and then expelled from the host's body with Ard, thus creating an opening in which to defeat it. Consuming Reginald's Pilfer offers an advantage by increasing the intensity of witcher sign. The Eternal Fire's Shadow. Alright, let's head onwards. Some more sulfur. They're burning all these people with. Other junk to loot. Fantastic. Oh my god, that actually isn't junk. That's a lot of good stuff. Including the assassin's trousers. Oh Jesus Christ, didn't know it was plague victim. Die! Okay, he's definitely dead now. Anything else down here? Just the plague victim who had another blackjack weapon. Basically a wooden staff, I believe. Oh wait, one sec. So this is... we've been that way. That looks like it loops round. So yeah, look.
Been here already. Not the way.
So this is where we followed the Witcher signs, but if we had gone right, like this spirit suggested, we would have ended up over here. Oh god, there's loads of enemies here. Oh, Jesus. It's always difficult to fight free with these camera angles in this game. There we go. Ow. Let's deal with this guy.
Let's end this.
One down. Oh god. Parrying one of them, you're still stuck in the animation before you can parry the next one. Beautiful. Get wrecked, son. Eat some dried fish. They just have a bunch of blunt weaponry, and that's the only thing down here. There's so much salt in these barrels. Surprised this spirit can even walk around a salt cave, to be honest. Though it did say in another note that you had to trap it completely in salt, right? Is there actually anything down there? Okay, let's have a quick check then, since we are down here. Just loads of salt. Let's climb up then. All the way to the top. Oh, okay, we've got to jump across here. Ah, we made it. Okay, that looks like a boss room, right? There's a note on the door too. Shouted throat roar. Refuse to let me out. Know why now. Death everywhere. Darkness, blood, corpses fresh and fetid. Air thick with plague. Concentrated suffering created spectre pestilence pain. A red Mismau, born from death, young and old. Rotted flesh already inside me when entered the cave. No strength to fight. Imprisoned salt cavern only chance. Not so sure who you will find. Prepare for anything. Hurry. Only hope is you keeps me alive. Hurry, 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 hurry. Oh god. Well, you know, we'll meditate first. Meditate until 8 AM and then the battle will begin fully prepared with what we know about the miasma and what we've learnt before this battle. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is a boss fight. Is that him over there in the salt? Is there anything else around this room? Just some enemies in the ceiling. What the heck? He's literally in a prison of salt. Trapped himself here.
The stalagmites! Destroy them! Free me!
Is that a good idea? How are you still alive? Let's get some food ticking over. We'll use Quen for 4. And then we'll use Ard to get rid of the stalagmites. He's got Henry Cavill's sword and his silver sword.
Finally, you're here. After all these years. The spirit, a miasmal, it's still here. It almost has control. Hurry!
Reinald?
Yes, but my strength fading. The spirit taking control. I trapped us in here. The salt, wondrous. Understand? It can't escape.
Led it into an apotropaic chamber organically carved into salt. Perfect for a specter. Clever.
But I feel it in me still. So long now. Help me, brother. Give me the potion. To expel it at last.
Okay, so we can give him the potion. I'm going to do the both options here just to see what happens. We did make the potion. I don't know if it's going to work though. How long have you been here? Oh, we can test Reinald. Found your letters to Lambert. It could be a trap.
Found your letters. To Lambert. Was sorry to read he betrayed you. Can't help thinking the miasmal would have bowed before the strength of 2 witchers.
I was a fool. But what's past is past. Lambert, the snake, never deserved my trust.
I'll be sure to pass the message along when I see him. Though your friend, believe Osmund was his name.
You dare mock me?
No. Just got the sneaking suspicion I'm not talking to Reinald right now.
Indeed. And we only have that option because we read those notes, which I really appreciate. But yeah, obviously he can't know Lambert, the Witcher who's alive in this day and age, because he's like over a century old, right? How long have you been here?
Been down here a while. Have any idea how long?
Years. Decades. Time stands still here. Nothing ever changes, brother. Nothing.
Longer than that, Reinald. Lots. Gotta understand, you should be dead by now, right? Only thing keeping your body alive is the miasmal?
All the more reason to end this. You can do that. The potion. Please.
Not giving you the potion. But we're going to give him the potion just to see what happens here.
Take it then. Just know I'll be ready at the first sign of trouble.
No! You can't! Entire time, it wasn't me! Yes.
Wow, okay. Oh, okay, possess
Not about
Reinalds.
to let you leave this mine.
Oh, but I will. You are the weaker witcher.
Let's do this.
Kill you, then spread through your viscera. Invade your mind.
Right, let's cast Quen here. Get wrecked, son.
What power with your
Oh,
strength?
power attack. Right, now we get to try the other option. Oh, wow. There's a death scene? Oh, so he possesses Geralt. And then he would be able to escape the mine, in theory. Because he wouldn't be trapped by the salt because we'd open the door and stuff. Dude, that's nuts. Not giving you the potion.
Not half bad, your ruse. But don't take me for a fool.
But don't you understand? It will take control of me. It will kill you and all those you... No! Destroy it! Drink the potion! Finish what I started!
Oh, I will, Reinalds. Just hold on a little longer.
Awesome. Now it makes sense, because before when you offered him the potion, he knocked it out of your hands and then you'd lost it. So you couldn't drink it, obviously.
Not about to let you leave this mine.
Oh, but I will. You are the weaker witcher.
Oh, he's got the counter attack on the
I'll
arm.
kill you, then spread through your viscera. Invade your mind.
Come on then. Oh, big damage.
What power? With your strength, I'll crush any who stand in my way.
He actually regenerates his health rapidly. So we need to use...
Bearded, then force it from my body.
Let's try and use Yearden. Here we go. And then we'll use Ard to force it from his body. Oh, no, counter-attacked. So here we go, 1-2, power attack. Oh my god, big damage. So we force the spirit from his body. Whoa.
Now to deal with the miasmal.
Yeah, great. What is that? It's using witchcraft against me. Okay, it's pretty slow at attacking. And we trap it with Yarden again to do extra damage. That does affect it. Let's use Ard here. Oh, okay. I should not have dodged like that. That was a bad idea.
Like
oh,
that
God.
silver.
Some of them. Gonna go and kill these spare ones over here. Oh, Jesus. Can't even see its attacks. Oh, it hit me. Let's take out this guy. Come over here. Oh, I heard it coming that time. Okay, now we can deal with you. Jesus, where are you? There you are.
Not good.
That is not good. Where are you? There you are. Okay, we can use that to actually stop its attacks right as they come to you. Do a lot more damage when we have this sign on the floor. I think we can probably finish it off. We don't have a lot of health there. Maybe I can use a Thunderbolt potion. Big damage. Oh, dodge! Just spam the dodge button when that comes to you. Okay. You're dead. And you're almost dead. Come on, get wrecked, son! One final blow to finish him. Whoa. Get wrecked. Oh, he's not dead! Damn, that was cool. Awesome boss fight.
Reinalds died centuries ago. Body didn't decompose though, likely slowed by the miasmal. Strange, never seen armor like this before. And the medallion. A wolf's head, but flat.
Osmund finally sent someone. Seems the gods remember this damned veil after all. And you have my thanks. Can't believe it's gone. There were moments when I didn't know if I was me or the miasmal. Maybe I was both. Maybe neither.
No need for thanks. Should mention, though, wasn't Osmund who sent me. Priest of the Eternal Fire did.
Can you prove you're Reinalds? Still questioning it. Your medallion is different. What did Netflix do this?
Who are you exactly? Got a wolf's head medallion, but it's strange. Looks nothing like mine.
Strange how? Designed and forged it myself, like all witchers at Kaer Morhen.
Quite the craftsman. Not me, though. Got mine from my mentor, like all witchers at Kaer Morhen do. Must have been different in your day. Speaking of, when exactly did you arrive here in this mine?
It was 970, or no, 80. I can't recall. Damn memories are foggy, fractured.
Reinalds, that's more than 300 years past.
300? No. No! They'd have sent another to find me after 5, 10 at most. Osmund himself would have come. Shit.
I'm sorry.
It's a very long time ago. A witcher's body is our deal for possession, though. Yeah, because you literally can't die.
Miasmal got lucky you showed, not some mere mortal. Witcher's immunity meant it could possess you without destroying your body.
A cruel irony. I had to focus all my strength to prevent it from escaping. Till I locked us in this prison of salt, that is. Before that, it possessed the sick. Quickly corrupted. Deformed them. Turned them into the undying dead. Feral and mindless.
All those voices, torches, wasn't you, was it?
You gotta ask. The miasmal aimed to lure you here. I was too weak to even notice your presence. At least at first.
And obviously, yeah, that we figured that out. It was a red herring. Why'd they trap you in the mine?
How'd it happen that you came to be trapped with the miasmal?
Those cultists hired me to expel it. First sign I might become possessed, though, they panicked, sealed me in here without a second thought. Could have sent an exorcist, or called for another witcher, anything. And those poor souls whose bones litter the mine, all forsaken for the glory of the eternal fire.
I saw.
Can you prove you're really Reinald?
Miasmal tried to impersonate a witcher earlier. You the real Reinald? How can I be sure?
Ask me something only a wolf could know. Come on, let's get this over with.
Sure you're from the School of the Wolf? Your armor. Can't say there's no resemblance, but the color? Studs, vertical stripes?
Back at Kaer Morhen, they'd always toss gear my way. Whatever you touch turns to gold, they'd say. This particular suit, I refined on the path. Supposed to be a prototype for the whole school. Till my time ran out.
On your own? No workshop? Missed your calling, sounds like. Could have made a name for yourself as a fine armorer, or at least a tailor.
Osmund had ideas of his own for improvements. Scribbled them down. We were gonna discuss them when we met at Kaer Morhen.
I'd like to believe you, really. Got any proof?
Search my corpse. Left-hand pocket of the tunic. Diagrams are there. And yours to keep.
Now I've unlocked the new set. In fact, that is the old woven Witcher armor that Henry Cavill wears in the first season of the Witcher Netflix series. And after this, we can actually unlock the second version, the Grandmaster version, but there's an additional quest which I'll show you how to do at the end of this video. So, what now?
You're free of the Spectre, but you seem agitated. Need to make sure you'll find lasting peace.
Mean to prevent me from becoming what we hunt. Well, still got a matter I need to settle. Be a brother. Help me. Then I'll find peace.
Could also cremate your body on a pyre as the guild ordains.
You'd see me leave this world burdened with pain and regret. This is the fate you wish for me, wolf brother. A priest sent you, or so you said. Bring him here. I'd like a word. For my peace of mind.
Okay, speaking with the priest, we'll change something. So, we can bring him to him. We don't know what he's going to do with the priest. But the thing is that priest is literally 2 months out of like his training. He's just started being a priest. And he even treated us as a witcher, unlike most of the priests of the Red Flame, very nicely. So I feel like we shouldn't bring the priest down here to speak with him.
Why? Aim to have a theological debate? What'll a few words change? Let it go, Reinald.
No. Aim to look him in the eyes. Ask him how his religion looks upon those who condemn a man to death and damnation.
This kid, he's got no ties to the clerics who sealed you in here centuries ago.
Can you offer me them in his stead? No. Thought not.
So we have a choice. Fine, I'll get the priest. No, it's not worth the risk. So I'm going to say no first, and then we'll get the priest. We'll reload and do the other option.
No, sorry. Can't risk the boy's life. You've been here too long. Alone with the miasmal and your own thoughts.
I sacrificed all to save others. Believe I'd abandon my convictions to come down hard on one fucking cleric?
And you believe after centuries of torment that a few words with one fucking cleric will bring you peace?
Burn it, then. body. Be quick about it, and spare me your precious pyre.
Sorry it has to end this way.
Just be done with it.
Rip. So here we are, back at the priest outside.
Matter settled. Mine's safe.
Eternal fire be praised. It's a relief to hear it, Witcher. Might I know what you found?
Details aren't important. Proof of your cult's cruelty. No, we should let him know the gravity of the situation.
Scratch marks on rock walls. The bodies of folk who died in agony. A red miasmal born of their collective suffering. Priests, your brethren, trapped the afflicted in the mine, condemned them to a cruel death.
No. Why, no. You must have misunderstood. My brothers would never abandon their teachings. They came here to help, most certainly.
No.
They did. Then they didn't. Hired a witcher once, in fact. Then sealed the mine again with him and the rest inside.
Well, you've my gratitude, of course. Though I fear the dark magic in the caverns twisted your judgment. The eternal fire illumines our path.
Hate to state the obvious, but it's a fire's nature to destroy. Light's just a side effect.
The bodies you found, there's another explanation. The church will get to the bottom of it, I'm sure. Here, your reward. You've my thanks.
Godspeed, priest.
Now it makes sense as well.
Now to find Osmund's scribblings, the ones Reinalds mentioned. Could complete the armor then. Worth a look around next time I'm at Kaer Morhen.
Let's see where the priest actually goes as well. But it also now makes sense that the priest was trying to look into the situation at this location, the Devil's Pit, but all of the information was classified, obviously because of what actually happened here, which is really not very priestly. So he's actually here praying over his fallen brothers now.
Fare thee well on the path, Witcher.
And before we look at the other option, I just want to show you that you've now unlocked the Forgotten Wolven Armor, the full set of it, as well as the Silver Sword and the Steel Sword as well. And there's also a new quest that's opened up called Scavenger Hunt Forgotten Wolf School Gear Diagrams, which I'll show you how to do in a moment after we do the other option. So this time we'll say, fine, I'll get the priest.
So be it. But a few words, nothing more.
Your tone. Understandable, but unwarranted. No bad intentions on my part. And even if there were, you'd be here to protect him, right?
Fine. I'll get you the priest.
I don't trust it at all.
I fail to fathom. How could they let this happen? The bodies, the blood, so much blood. I had no idea. Reinalds. I know of the horror you suffered. I thought perhaps I could help. But how does one make amends for such a tragedy? A humble deacon like me.
Deacon, hierarch, you're all the same. Eternal fire accepts two types into their fold. Criminals and hypocrites.
Not all. Oh my god, there's a whole thing we could have missed if we didn't choose this. The boy's innocent. Found a priest who sacrificed his life.
Found the remains of a priest down here. Clearly chose to stay. Didn't abandon the sick in their time of need. Is he a criminal? A hypocrite?
And who sealed him inside? Ghouls? Trolls? The Red Miasmal itself? No, the very same church of the eternal fucking fire.
Not all priests are wicked. Some are, definitely. Reinalds right. The boy is innocent. That is true.
Look at him. He's a child. What crimes has he committed? Forgot the verse of a hymn? Snuck a sweet roll while fasting? Believing the word of hypocrites, his sole transgression. This kid, this priest, treats witchers like humans. A rare specimen. More, an endangered species.
Well, in fact, the church holding mutants in low regard, it's an error, a misconception. Scripture states, respect and cherish every living creature.
Respect for life is demonstrated here.
As the prior says, he says, oh, confound it. I've hung on their every word my whole life, but now, knowing of this travesty, the church must protect the weak, foster hope. Yet what I've witnessed here is, what shall I do? Where shall I go?
Fantastic. A crisis of faith. You just weak, or is this real regret? Truths you've learned here. What'll you do with them?
What would you do, Reinald? Crimes like this can't be forgiven. Don't need a church. Don't need a church to do good, priest. That's very true. Fact, actually.
You're a hero. Prevented a catastrophe. Time to come to terms with your fate. What do you want? What do you need to do that?
Ha! A hero. Used to care about the greater good. Young. Ambitious. The will to fight burned strong in me. Now I'm just tired. Don't have the strength, no desire to philosophize, and I won't rejoice about the world's salvation. Time took that from me.
You may lack the will to fight, but I know one who doesn't.
Don't need a church to do good, priest. Yeah, I think this is the best option.
Don't need a church at your back to do good. Can do that on your own.
Aye, true. So right, witches. I shan't be returning to Novigrad. I'll stay here, transform this place, create a haven for the afflicted true to its name. I enrolled at the seminary to serve folk, not the church.
What am I doing? Resisted a red miasmal for centuries, damn it. Now I can't find the strength to forgive this boy. As if hatred kept me sane all these years.
Maybe it did, but that was then. What matters is your choice now.
Dude.
Your sacrifice was not in vain, sir. The church is my home no more. This tomb I will transform into a sanctuary for the living, dedicated in your name, good Witcher.
Made a difference here, Reinald. For him and many more.
I'm sure another name would suit it better. I'm no saint, no miracle worker. Just a Witcher. And I'd rather it stayed that way.
And we burn his body and he goes off peacefully. That's probably the best
We're
ending.
done here. Time we were on our way.
Amazing. Really enjoyed that. I reckon we could trigger him and get the priest killed though.
By the eternal fire! I must think. No. I know what I must do. Yet, to cast aside these 20 years, what I learned of the world. Here, your reward, Witcher. You've my thanks for your help.
Might not need to cast it all aside. Not entirely. There was wisdom in some of what you recited.
Perhaps. Yes. Perhaps have yet to find the eternal fire's true light. Perhaps I must seek it elsewhere.
Farewell, former deacon, and good luck with your search.
Now, I wonder if you leave the game at this point and return later on, if there's actually something here for you to find in terms of him actually creating some kind of healing sanctuary.
Now to find Osmund's scribblings.
Now what happens if we trigger the priest? But this time if we say Reinalds right, I want to see if we can essentially have an even worse ending of taking this priest down here and Reinalds getting angry.
Reinalds got it right. Devil's Pit is the work of your church. Eternal fire gave rise to suffering so great, a miasmal, a plague specter was born from it.
Hear that, cleric? Fault is yours. Yours and anyone's who worships that damn flame.
But Witcher! I thought you'd help me! As the prior says, he says, oh, confound it. I've hung on their every word my whole life, but now, knowing of this travesty, the church must protect the weak, foster hope. Yet what I've witnessed here is, what shall I do? Where shall I go?
What shall I do? Where shall I go? This about you? Are you the victim?
Oh man, it really paints it in a different picture. So you can say, what would you do? Crimes like these can't be forgiven. Don't need to, well, you could probably buy him a way out here, but we're going to go for this. It can't be forgiven.
Got the right to be angry. Eternal fire destroyed you, and the countless others who died here. Shit like that shouldn't be forgotten, shouldn't be forgiven.
Forgotten? Never! But I shall establish a hospital here. Fix whatever is in my power. One who repents or means to make amends. You can't.
Lies. Selfish lies to save your skin. Folk don't change. Not ever.
Reinald, calm down.
Oh boy.
Shit. So much for catharsis. Fucking finding inner peace. Damn it. Should have seen that coming.
We did.
Lived a witcher, died a witcher, departed a vengeful spirit.
Hell of a story.
Need to burn the bodies. Be on my way.
Burn everything. We don't get paid. So we don't get paid if we finish with that ending, and that is the worst possible ending by far. And also Reinald's ending to his story actually changes in the glossary based on what ending you choose. In the end, vengeance became Reinald's means of deliverance. He succumbed to anger and bitterness that had swelled in him for over the many years lost to time. By killing the young deacon from the Church of the Eternal Fire, the long dead Witcher cut the final tether that bound his spirit to the world, then vanished from the veil. Whereas if you choose the best ending, it says the wait ended at last with a conversation between the Witcher and the young deacon. Geralt had defeated the Red Miasma and convinced Reinald that even a cleric of the Eternal Fire was capable of recognizing the Church's heinous mistakes. After witnessing the deacon's sincere regret for the sins of his predecessors, Reinald was able to depart in peace. That is by far the best ending. But now, under the treasure hunt section of the quest, we have a new quest that has been added. The Scavenger Hunt for the Forgotten Wolf School gear diagrams in Kaer Morhen. So now we need to go to the world map, and then we need to travel from Valen, no man's land, all the way to the north back to Kaer Morhen, just over here on the map. You can travel to this fast travel signpost just over here. After you get to Kaer Morhen, you're going to want to come all the way to the main central castle keep just over here on the map. You can see I'm just here at the signpost, and now we're going to head into the castle gates. Turn to the right and then go all the way through the courtyard and up to the main keep. Open the doors and here is the main keep, and we're just going to go and head on inside here, just through the front doors here. And then directly on the left as you enter Kaer Morhen itself, you're going to find the library just here. And these notes are actually hidden up this ladder just here. And for this armor set, there's only a single note that you need to find. It's a book with all of the scribblings, which is pretty damn helpful. So just here, if you use Witcher Sight right at the end, you can find these notes. Osmund's notes, who we know to be the person that he was writing to, and also Vesemir's notes on Osmir's notes. Let's take both of these and read Osmund's notes. A breakthrough. Oh, how long have I waited this day. The experimental armor Reinalds is working on has proved undeniably more durable than the Wolf School standard armor, which they're ironically still using today. We initially thought it was impossible to improve the design without adding unreasonable weight, but recent trials have demonstrated we only lacked the right materials. I'm travelling to Novigrad soon to meet with him. We'll have a bunch to discuss and new modifications to test. All these details are scribbled below. When I return, I'll add Reinalds' diagrams to my own ideas for the final draft. So he obviously went to Novigrad, but clearly never found Reinalds and never got word about Reinalds' situation. And this was like over 800 years ago almost. Then we have Vesemir's notes on the notes left by Osmund, which is from the modern day. These ideas for gear improvements are useless. What a damn shame. According to the chronicles from the end of the 10th century, Osmund suffered a severe head wound and never reached Novigrad. Oh! So that's why Osmund never managed to save Reinalds. That's actually made me a lot happier to read. When he regained consciousness, the school healer confirmed permanent damage had set in. His ability to speak, or even communicate simply, was all but completely lost. With Reinalds and the armor diagram still missing, I will leave those notes here for historical value. It is the only value they have left. Oh god, but now we have Reinalds' notes and we can compare them with Osmund's notes. We can actually make a better version of the Witcher School armor.
Those notes I found at Kaer Morhen. Seems Reinalds' diagrams are the missing link. Should know enough to craft that armor now.
Fantastic. Also, another update, you can actually jump off this ladder without dying now, because they've removed the full damage amounts. So obviously we know how to craft the Forgotten Wolven Armor, but now we can craft the Grandmaster Forgotten Wolven Armor as well, which is actually the exact same armor that Henry Cavill wears in Season 2 of The Witcher, and it looks really cool. It's kind of like this hard-boiled leather look. We can also craft the Silver Swords and Steel Swords of the Forgotten Wolven, which are the same ones that Henry Cavill uses in the Netflix show. I should also mention that you can craft the Forgotten Wolven Steel Sword at level 20, you've also got the Master Crafted version at level 34, and then the Grandmaster version at level 40, both for silver and steel swords. Now these weapons and armor require different ingredients to actually craft, and I'm going to be making another video where I show you how to get every ingredient for each weapon and armor so you can actually craft it yourself. And I'll link that video down below in the description.